2 cases.
And then there's the failure to appear. So he has a failure to appear in Division 80. And in that case, the bond is set at $2,000. Yes. And the public defender's appointed on all of his new cases. Then I have Keisha Bandemont.
Your Honor, she refused.
All right. She was arrested for scheme to defraud up to $2,000 and grand theft third degree. There's probable cause to support her arrest. Looks like a PC order was issued on that one. The bond is set at $5,000 and $1,500. And then it looks like she was out on bond in case 2021 CT 4496 AO. She had a cash bond. That bond will be revoked and the new bond will be set at $2,000. All right, so now the traffic cases are up. Laura Calhoun.
Your Honor, she refused.
So Ms. Calhoun. Ms. Calhoun was arrested for driving while license suspended or revoked. There's probable cause to support her arrest, and I'll appoint the PD. The bond will be set at $500. She was out on bond in case 2021 CF 3825 AO. That bond will be revoked, and the new bond will be set at none.
Your Honor,
She also has a Division 62 case, possession of drug paraphernalia charge. There's probable cause to support that arrest. Public Defender's Office is appointed. Her bond is set at $500 on that case. And is there something significant about this page here, Ann? Missing, no citation provided, missing citation. Kenyatta Hillman. Okay, Kenyatta Hillman. Mr. Hillman, you were arrested on a charge of driving while license suspended or revoked. There's probable cause to support that arrest. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. The bond is going to be set at $500. It looks like you were out on bond in Division 12 in case 2021 CF 9727. That bond will be revoked, and the new bond will be set at none.
None?
At none, yes, sir. You'll need to get in contact with Mr. Wade to discuss your case about that.
They said my bond that's supposed to be forfeited because of this new charge. They said they're supposed to be forfeited because I had some things I had to do with the
Yes, sir.
courts.
I don't know about that. All I know is what I've done today, sir, is I've set the bond on the new law offense at $500, and then your case that you had pending before Division 12, that bond has been revoked, and I've set it at none now. So you need to get in contact with your public defender in the Division 12 case to find out what you need to do regarding that.
Why was my bond forfeited?
Why was it forfeited today? Because you committed because I have found probable cause for a new law offense while you were out on bond.
But the thing is, on the new charge, I didn't even get a ticket.
Oh,
So therefore, it should have been a technicality.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I didn't get a ticket for driving or, I mean,
Okay,
and then I wasn't pulled on the highway, state, or road. I was in a restaurant when I got pulled. So how could it be probable cause?
it is. So you can talk with Mr. Wade about that, sir. The next one is Armani Casanova,
Your Honor, he bonded.
bonded. Amber Garcia,
We don't have that on our docket.
Have a booking number for me, Your Honor?
2102-3071.
Bonded, Your Honor.
Christopher David Jacobs, all right, are you Christopher David Jacobs? All right, Mr. Jacobs, you were arrested on a charge of battery causing bodily harm. There's probable cause to support the arrest. You don't qualify for the public defender's office, so I won't be able to appoint them at this time. Your bond, there is probable cause, your bond is going to be set at $500. You were to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are not to return to the scene of the offense. You are not to possess any firearms, ammunition, or weapons. You cannot possess any drugs or controlled substances unless you have a valid prescription. Make all of your court appearances, and don't commit any new law offenses while you are out on bond. All right, good luck to you. Gerson Lopez Gomez,
We don't have that on our docket.
Have a booking number for me, Your Honor?
2102-3067.
Posted bond, Your Honor.
all right. Charles Ryan Malik. Sir, what is your full name?
John Malik.
Sir, there's probable cause to support your arrest for the possession of drug paraphernalia charge. I will appoint the public defender to represent you, and your bond is set at $500. You were you were OR'd in case 2021 CF 9618 for possession of methamphetamine and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. Your OR will be revoked, and your new bond is going to be set at $2,500 on the possession of meth and $2,500 on the possession of cannabis charge. Good luck, sir. Rodney Joseph Snyder,
Present, Your Honor.
Mr. Snyder, there's probable cause to support the arrest for violation of a county ordinance. I will appoint the PD's office to represent you.
Can't take care of it today.
Wait, hold on just a quick second, okay? And the violation of the county ordinance is the open container and the panhandling. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to set the bond where you are going to be released on your own recognizance. but he wants to settle this today. Any objection to him settling this today with a time served plea?
No, Your Honor, that was the offer from the state.
How many days does he have?
2, Your Honor.
2 days credit? Have you looked at a plea form, Mr. Snyder?
That's what this,
Yes, sir. Have you read through that?
mm-hmm.
All right, so tell me your full name and your date of birth.
Rodney Joseph Snyder, April 29th, 1968.
1968? How far have you gone in school?
I graduated high school.
You read, write, and understand English?
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the plea form?
Yeah, well, I'm still reading.
Did you understand it? I need you to answer out loud.
Yes, please.
Okay,
I understand.
all right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, medicine, or alcohol?
No,
Has anyone forced you to plea?
no, ma'am.
Do you have any kind of mental condition that makes you confused or not know what's going on?
No, ma'am.
Are you thinking clearly?
Yes,
Do you understand, sir, by entering a plea today, you're going to be giving up your right to a trial, your right to testify, your right to remain silent, your right to call witnesses, your right to question the state's witnesses, and your right to make the state prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt?
I understand.
Were you on probation when you got this charge?
No,
And do you need to speak with an immigration attorney about immigration consequences?
no, ma'am.
That was what? What was your answer?
What was your answer?
I said, no, I don't need to.
Okay. Do you understand that the plea of guilty admits the crime, and the plea of not guilty denies it, and the plea of no contest says you don't admit or deny you're pleading in your best interest?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And state, are you relying on the the facts in the affidavit that show that the law enforcement officer saw the defendant drinking from a can, later identified as an alcoholic beverage of twisted tea, that he bought at a gas station, and that he was outside, walking on the sidewalk, holding the can?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
So it looks like he had an open container charge. All right, so how do you plead, Mr. Snyder?
No contest.
I'll accept the no contest plea, find that you're entering it freely and voluntarily, making a knowing, intelligent waiver. You understand the consequences. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty in order that you serve 2 days in jail with credit for 2 days' time served, and I will impose court costs. And those court costs are $323. And they're going to be made payable within 24 months, or you lose your license until you pay that off. Any questions about your sentence?
No, ma'am.
You have 30 days to file a written notice of appeal, or you waive that right, and if you need an attorney, I'll appoint one. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Anthony Williams?
Your Honor, his behavior.
All right, Mr. Williams, there's probable cause for the trespass on property and the petty theft. The bonds will be stayed at $500 each, and I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him. Jaquavius Wright. Sorry about that. Say it again?
You have a booking number for me?
2102-3052.
Posted bond, Your Honor.
All right. These are our out-of-county arrests. Shazad Bacchus.
Present, Your
All
Honor.
right, Mr. Bacchus, you were arrested on an out-of-county warrant from Polk County for, looks like possession of alprazolam and felony possession of cannabis. Your bond in that case is set at none. Good luck to you, sir. Dondrick Hooks.
Your Honor, his behavior.
All right, so Mr. Hooks is arrested on a failure to appear out of Osceola County. Public defender's already appointed on him, and his bond is set at Looks like $10,000 on that case. Eduardo Balinuez?
He is behavior also.
Okay. And he has an out-of-county arrest warrant out of Broward for possession of cocaine and unlawful use of a false name. And his bond is set at none. So now we have the felony VOP warrants. Amir James. Are you Amir James?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. James, you're here for an arrest on a violation of probation. You were placed on probation for burglary of a dwelling and grand theft of $100 or more. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and your bond is set at none. Good luck to you, sir.
State or nothing, so it's like, I put me back in position for another VOP.
And for the purposes of the record, Judge Roche signed the affidavit, the VOP affidavit in the previous VOP case.
Your Honor, I apologize, I know we've already addressed this, but Mr. James was inquiring as to a bond, and when I heard the court read the offense, if I heard it correctly, my understanding of the statute wouldn't allow me to advocate for one at this time, but he has a question as to why that's the case.
Okay, because Judge Roche, who is the judge who put you on probation, has looked over your case and has decided that based on the violations, that she was going to set your bond at none, and that's the basis for it.
All right.
Good luck to you, sir. He's
What do I
finished.
do about my job? Because if
I don't know what to tell you about your job. You're gonna have to let them know that you're not
I
going
miss my
to,
job, then I'm gonna get out with no job, nowhere to stay, and I'm gonna be back in the same position, another VOP.
I don't know what to tell you, sir. He was away from his electronic monitoring device. 6 minutes, 28 minutes, 8 minutes. 43 minutes. All right, are you Adam Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Walker, Judge Strobridge signed a violation warrant for you. You were violation of community control warrant for burglary of an unoccupied structure. She has set your bond at $2,500. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck to you, sir. Shaquila Ward.
Your Honor, she refused.
All right, Ms. Ward was placed on community control for battery on a person over 65. Judge Barber signed her warrant and set her bond at none. All right, city and county ordinances. Raymond Acevedo? Are you Raymond Noel Acevedo Rosado? All right, sir, you were arrested and there's probable cause for disorderly conduct and state misdemeanors. The bonds on each of those are stayed at $250 and $100. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, will the court consider ROR, given the nature of the panhandling charge or time served if,
Sir, do you have an address?
she asked if you have an address.
Do you have an address? No? State?
Your Honor, I have a question I was wondering if I could approach.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. You can always do that.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would announce a null pros.
All right. So, Mr. Acevedo, what the state has done, they have dismissed your case. They dropped it. So you'll get out today. Okay. The next one is Badir Barati.
That's behavior, Your Honor.
All right, so, well, he's probable cause to support the arrest for disorderly conduct. Public Defender's Office is appointed, and his bond will be set at $250. I have Elijah Cordero. That's you? All right, come forward to the podium, please. All right, so, sir, you have a charge of disorderly conduct and there's probable cause to support the arrest. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is going to be reduced to $250.
He does qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
He does qualify for PTR, so he'll be placed on PTR then. Okay. PD appointed to represent him. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, are there PTR conditions?
Yes, I forgot about those. PTR conditions, no return to the scene of the offense, no drugs, no alcohol. Wasn't this an alcohol one? No drugs or alcohol or controlled substances without a valid prescription, no firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Make all of your court appearances, and do not commit any new law offenses. None. Zero. You're welcome. Peter Ellenberg.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you.
All right, Mr. Ellenberg. There's PC for this disorderly conduct charge. And so I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Is he a PTR candidate too?
No, Your Honor.
All right. What happened here? Oh, yeah.
Your Honor, this is a similar panhandling type case. I don't know that, I think PC is there, but I don't know if the court would consider ROR.
The state would announce a null pros.
And your case, Mr. Ellenberg, has been dismissed. Just like that. It's the power of the state attorney.
What happened?
They dropped your case.
Oh, I thank the state's attorney office for that.
All right, she said, you're welcome.
And I just go?
Eventually, yeah, sometime today.
No, I meant, am I done with you, Your Honor?
You are done with me.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Matthew Price.
We don't have him on our.
Matthew Price, I don't have. Do y'all have anything on it? Is there anybody else back there?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, then all I'm gonna do is this. All right, we're done. Thank y'all very much.
Your Honor, I had a note from yesterday about a Matthew Cummings.
A who?
Matthew Cummings, it was a PC hearing set for today.
I don't remember Matthew Cummings today, do y'all?
Okay.
Nope, don't know anything about Matthew Cummings for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready to get started. Good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance hearing before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. My name is Brad Gardner, and I'm a judge in this court. I am here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you. So please don't discuss the facts of your case. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: to the presumption of innocence, to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors, to a speedy and public trial by jury, to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf, to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, and to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Ms. Bermudez, I'll come to you when I'm done with reading the script. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail. These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail. If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you could remain in jail until your trial. You could also receive additional felony charges. It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Where the bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you. The standard at this stage is very low. A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime occurred. Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived. You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date. Lastly, I need everyone to raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that any statements you make during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Okay, so let's bring up Mr. Palazoa? Palazoa?
There's gonna be a female, Your Honor, and she's coming up.
Oh, it's a female. Okay. Thank you. Okay, ma'am, can you hear and understand the interpreter?
Señorita, ¿puede usted escuchar y entender a la intérprete?
Sí, señora.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're charged with one count of battery. The bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Señorita, usted se le acusa de un cargo de agresión corporal y su fianza va a ser de $5,000. ¿Cree usted que va a poder pagar su fianza?
No tengo ese dinero ahora mismo.
I do not have that money right now.
Okay. So, ma'am, you can post a bond in 3 ways.
Señorita, usted podría pagar su fianza en una de 3 formas.
One way is to use a bonding company where you pay approximately 10% of the bond.
Una de ellas es usar una compañía de fianzas donde usted tendría que pagarles aproximadamente a 10% de la cantidad total de su fianza.
Okay.
The money you pay to the bonding company will be a fee and that will not be returned to you.
Y el dinero que usted le pague a la compañía de fianza sería su tarifa, o sea que este dinero no le sería reembolsado.
The second way that you can post a bond is by providing the entire bond amount to the sheriff's department.
La segunda forma que usted podría pagar su fianza es pagar su fianza en su totalidad a la comisaría.
They will hold the money and return it to you when your case is over.
Ellos se quedarían con este dinero y se lo reembolsarían cuando su caso termine.
The third way to post the bond is if you have property that has at least 3 times the equity of the bond, you can put up property.
La tercera forma que usted lo podría pagar su fianza es si usted tiene una propiedad que tenga por lo menos 3 veces la cantidad total de su fianza en capital neto.
The
Usted
sheriff's
podría usar
department,
esto para pagar su fianza.
the sheriff's department will place a lien on the property and release the lien when your case is over.
La comisaría le pondría un embargo a la propiedad y se lo quitaría cuando el caso termine.
Okay.
I would encourage you to contact the bonding companies that are authorized to write bonds in this county.
Yo la exhorto a que usted llame a las compañías fiancistas que están autorizadas a escribir fianzas en este condado.
Tell them your name, your charges, and the bond amount.
Usted le dice su nombre, sus cargos y la cantidad de su fianza
And see what fee they will charge.
y ver cuál sería la tarifa que ellos le cobrarían.
Okay.
Okay.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from an Eric Zambrana.
Va a haber una orden judicial en esta fianza que dice que usted tiene que mantenerse alejada de Eric Zambrano.
Do you understand that?
¿Entiende usted esto?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
Your preliminary hearing date will be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning in courtroom 201.
Su audiencia preliminar va a estar fija para el día 16 de noviembre a las 8:30 de la mañana en la sala 201.
Okay.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
Esa audiencia se cancela tan pronto usted pague su fianza y salga, y usted recibiría un nuevo citatorio por correo.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
¿Quiere usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
Por favor.
Please.
Are you currently working, ma'am?
Actualmente, ¿está usted trabajando, señorita?
No.
No.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you.
Usted sí califica y yo le voy a nombrar un abogado para que la represente.
If you don't have any other questions for me, you're free to go back.
Si usted no tiene ninguna otra pregunta para mí, puede retirarse.
Okay, actually, sí tengo una pregunta.
Actually, I do have a question.
Sí, yo vivo con una niña especial en la casa en la que estoy. Tengo entendido que no puedo volver ahí, pero ¿qué hago con la niña en la escuela? Ella es Down syndrome y autista. Y ella no puede salirse de, por ejemplo, de una rutina. Ella conoce su cuarto, su casa.
Okay, deme un segundito.
Sí.
I live with a special child who has Down syndrome and is also autistic. And for what I understand, I cannot go back to the house. So what am I supposed to do when it comes to the child? Because she has to keep a routine.
So the stay away provision is towards Mr. Zambrana.
La orden judicial es para que usted se mantenga alejada del señor Zambrano.
Okay.
If he's not at the home, you can go back to the home.
Si él no está en la casa, usted puede regresar a la casa.
Sí, él decidió irse de la casa.
Yes, he decided to leave the home.
I'm sorry, repeat that, Ms. Bermudez.
He decided to leave the home.
Okay. So if he's not at the home, you can go back to the home.
O sea que si él no está en la casa, usted sí puede regresar a la casa.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're free to go back, ma'am.
Muchas, a su orden y puede retirarse.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bermudez. Your timing was impeccable as always.
Thank you, sir. The other two people that I have, I'm not going to be needed for those people, Judge. I just want to make sure.
Okay, let me ask. On the ladies' side, do we need anybody else that needs the services of Ms. Bermudez?
No, Your Honor, just her, that's it.
Okay, on the male side.
I have a Mr. Lopez. I don't know if you have him as well, Judge.
Mr. Lopez?
Lopez Gonzalez, yes.
Yes, sir. Lopez Gonzalez.
Does he need her services?
Yes, sir. He needed a translator.
Okay.
Lopez, come on.
Mr. Lopez Gonzalez, can you hear and understand the interpreter?
Señor López González, ¿puede usted escuchar y entender a la intérprete?
I didn't hear anything.
¿Me escucha, señor González?
Sí.
¿Puede usted escuchar y entender a la intérprete?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, you've been charged with one count of driving a vehicle with no license. The bond is going to be set at $1,000.
Señora, a usted se le acusa de un cargo de conducir un vehículo sin licencia de conducir válida y su fianza es de $1,000.
Do you believe you can post that bond?
¿Cree usted que va a poder pagar su fianza?
Thought I heard C.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201.
Su audiencia preliminar va a estar fija para el día 16 de noviembre a las 8:30 de la mañana en la sala 201.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll receive a new court date in the mail.
Esa audiencia se cancela tan pronto usted pague su fianza y salga y usted recibiría un nuevo citatorio por correo.
Okay.
Okay?
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
¿Quiere usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
¿Cómo?
¿Quiere usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
No, está bien, así.
No, it's fine like that.
Sir, if you don't have any questions for me, you're free to go back.
Señor, si usted no tiene ninguna pregunta para mí, puede retirarse.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Anybody else on the male side?
No,
That's
sir.
it?
That's it. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Bermudez, have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you the next time.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Okay. Let's switch back over to the ladies' side and let's start with Miss Avery. Miss Avery, ma'am, you're charged with one count of obstructing an officer. The bond's going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Miss Cannon? Ma'am, you're charged with one count of driving under the influence of alcohol and one count of an open container violation. There's going to be a $5,000 bond set for the driving under the influence and a $500 bond for the open container for a total bond of $5,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, thank you.
Okay. Do you have any questions of me, ma'am?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go back. Ms. Clark? Ma'am, you're charged with one count of simple battery, one count of criminal trespass, and one count of disorderly conduct. I've set a $4,000 bond for the simple battery charge, a $1,000 bond for the criminal trespass charge, and a $1,500 bond for disorderly conduct. So that's a total bond of $6,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't fill out your form.
They didn't give me one.
Okay, are you currently working, ma'am?
Yes.
About how much do you make per hour?
$14 an hour.
Okay, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Cotman? Ms. Cotman, ma'am, you've been charged with one count of simple battery and one count of criminal trespass. Your bond is going to be set at $4,000 on a simple battery charge and $3,000 on a criminal trespass charge. So that's a total bond of $7,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Justin bail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Miss, is it Critchlow? Are you, Ms. Critchlow?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Bond's going to be set at $1,500, and one count of failing to stop or yield at a stop sign. Bond is going to be set at $500. That's a total bond of $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
It looks you had a check mark as to that you're working. About how much do you earn per hour?
$2.11.
Okay. You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. And you did say 11, right?
2:11.
Two.
I'm a servant. We work for tips.
Okay. Okay.
So I can't really average around how much I make.
I understand. All right, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back. Ms. Hall? Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of simple assault. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. One count of simple battery. Bond is also going to be set at $4,000. And one count of criminal damage to property in the first degree. That's a felony offense. The bond is going to be set at $5,000. So you're going to have a total bond set at $13,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Doshan Moore. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. You want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back. Ms. Horn? Ms. Horn, ma'am, you've been charged with one count of battery. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Monica Hall. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. So it's my home where the incident occurred. So my children are there. So I'm just trying to find out when I find out, like, can I get my vehicle and children, or do I have to have somebody?
So when you're bonding out, make arrangements with the sheriff's department for somebody to come to that location to assist you in getting your things. Was it just you and Ms. Hall in that home with your children? Is Ms. Hall? Well, you may not know. Are the fathers of the children around?
We don't have one there, but he is around, but I don't know if he knows what happened yet.
Okay. And the reason I was asking is because if Miss Hall or someone from the police department contacted DFACS, your kids may be in DFACS custody at this point.
Oh, no, they with her.
Okay. Okay, so ma'am, I don't know where this is gonna go, but you have children and they should be your number one concern in protecting their well-being and their health over anything else. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, you're free to go back. Ms. Lopez. Ma'am, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. I've set the bond at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201, but that date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I want to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back. Miss Otis?
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. You've been charged with one count of simple assault. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Mignon Walton. Do you understand that?
I do.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I do, Your Honor. I don't even know her name. She's a neighbor. We've been kind of going back and forth, and our yards in the back, like meet at the back of our yards this way. So I wanted to know, as far as I'm concerned, how to keep myself safe as far as not violating my bond with the condition that you just said.
Stay away from her.
Okay.
Don't wave any guns. You see her, you go in the house. Okay? Don't, you see her outside, don't go to the fence and start mumbling stuff under your breath or have any contact with her.
Okay.
Because that will violate your bond conditions.
All right.
Okay? All right, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Miss Ogletree.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. You've been charged with 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond is going to be set at $7,000 apiece for those 2 offenses. 1 count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Bond is going to be set at $5,000 for that. 1 count of use or possession of drug-related objects. Bond is going to be set at $1,500 for that. And 1 count of possession with intent to distribute a controlled substance. Bond is going to be set at $7,000. So that's a total bond of $27,500. So you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back.
Thank you.
Ms. Dodge Hill.
Good morning.
You've been charged with one count of forgery in the fourth degree as a felony and one count of, I'm sorry, as a misdemeanor and one count of identity fraud. You're going to have a $5,000 bond set on the forgery count and a bond of $10,000 on the identity fraud. So that's a total bond of $15,000. Do you believe you can post that bond? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. If you don't have any questions for me, ma'am, you're free to go back. Let's see, Miss Washington. Hold on, give me 1 second, Miss Washington. Ma'am, you're charged with one count of battery. Bond is going to be set this is battery as a felony. Bond is going to be set at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No.
Okay. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Are you currently working, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. How much do you make per hour?
$15.
Okay. You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will be waived upon your ability to bond yourself out. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back. Okay, let's switch over to the ladies' side. Thank you. Sorry, the men's side. Thank you on the ladies' side.
Yes, sir, Mr. Barkley.
Mr. Barkley, sir, you're charged with one count of driving a vehicle with an expired or invalid tag. Bond is going to be set at $500. One count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. One count of use or possession of drug-related objects. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. And one count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. So you're going to have a total bond set at $12,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
I'm straight.
I'm sorry?
No, sir, I'm straight.
Okay. If you don't have any questions for me, sir, you're free to go back. Mr. Barlow.
Barlow. Go ahead, I said.
Mr. Barlow, sir, you've been charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. One count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. One count of tampering with evidence. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. And one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act with possession, I believe, of methamphetamine. Yes. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. So you're going to have a total bond of $7,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. You do qualify, Mr. Barlow. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, sir? Okay, you're free to go back.
Mr. Birch, come on. Lord, Satan in the cool walk over the start. Annoying, be annoying. Thank you, Judge. Mr. Birch, be nice. We don't go. Be nice, be nice. We don't go.
Mr. Birch, you've been charged with one count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No, I can't. I'm a homeless man. I explained to you what happened. He's a homeless man. That's out the window. It's rent money.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning.
Passover Thanksgiving.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Of course, sir.
Okay. You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. If you don't have any questions for me, you're free to go back.
I have questions, sir.
Okay.
I was in the middle of process of buying an apartment for a lady. She never understood me because I used to smoke bone and smell reefer. I smoke pure cigars back what these people give me. So like boom. Now, and I do it up in my spot. Now the first spot she gave me, it had heat, running water, and electricity.
Do you have any questions pertaining to the
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, let me.
Somebody keep calling before me because they fucking cut me off. He's standing right here. Stop Team Irwin. I don't know the damn child. They grew up trying to cut me off.
Mr. Birch. Mr. Birch.
Yes. I'm saying. So I had the money.
Mr. Birch. Mr. Birch. I'm gonna dismiss this charge. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Your charges have been dismissed. Have a good day.
No, leave 2 days.
Mr. Clark.
Yeah, Mr. Clark. I'm doing well, Mr. Clark. You've been charged with one count of possession of a weapon at a school and one count of criminal trespass. I have set the bond at $20,000 for the possession of the weapon at the school and $5,000 for criminal trespass. So that's a total bond of $25,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date. Oh, sorry. There's also going to be a stay away provision on your bond not to return to 2299 Old Rex Morrow Road, commonly known as Morrow High School. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Clark, if you go back up to Morrow High School, you're going to get charged with aggravated stalking. And that's a felony, and you're not going to get a bond.
Okay.
All right. You're free to go back, sir.
The door.
Sir, you're charged with one count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000, and one count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Bond is going to be set at $10,000. That's a total bond of $11,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No, sir.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir. You can check that.
You didn't fill out your form, so are you currently working?
I'm not.
Okay. You qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. If you don't have any questions for me, you're free to go back.
Mr. Gary Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, next. You can go back there. No.
Mr. Gailey, sir, you've been charged with one count of public indecency or indecent exposure and one count of obstructing an officer. Bond is going to be set at $2,000 for each of these offenses for a total bond of $4,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
No.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you also did not fill out your form. Are you currently working?
Yes.
About how much do you make per hour?
Like.
You said $9?
No, more.
I did not understand that.
$20.
I'm sorry, sir.
He said 14.
I cannot charge you.
Okay, deputies, can you translate for me? Because I can't understand what he's saying.
$14 an hour. 20?
Well, the rate's be down now.
22? Yeah. $22 an hour, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Okay.
Mr. Henderson. Sir, you've been charged with one count of driving under the influence of alcohol to the extent that you're a less safe driver. I've set the bond at $5,000 for that. You're also charged with driving under the influence refusal. I have dismissed that count. There are 2 counts of theft by receiving stolen property, handguns. I've set a bond at $10,000 for each of those counts. 1 count of hit and run, the bond is going to be set at $3,000. And 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. So you're going to have a total bond of $33,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, Mr. Henderson? I'm sorry, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
Thank you.
Okay. Free to go back.
Good job.
Mr. Jarborough, sir, you've been charged with 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, 1 count of possession of a firearm during commission of a crime, 1 count of possession of firearm by a convicted felon, 1 count of use or possession of drug-related objects, a 3rd count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, a possession with intent to distribute, and then a 4th count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. I have denied bond on these felony offenses. I've set a bond of $1,000. $500 on the use or possession of drug-related objects. And this is based on the fact that you had another drug-related arrest in August in the city of Atlanta. So I'm going to set a preliminary hearing date for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Going to also set a bond hearing date for November 19th at 8:30 in the morning. Both of these are going to be in courtroom 201. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay.
I think my girl is.
Let's see. Are you currently working, sir?
I feel really good, so it's been on and off from COVID. I graduated Arkansas State. I've been playing ball, so I be off and on playing Canada to win football. But
Okay, I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
I just want to see, like, I was staying at my girl's house, so like the gun situation and stuff, it wouldn't even be mine the way it came out. I'm not trying to do my case or everything. I'm just saying, like, I don't, the house I was just in, I don't stay there, so everything that happened, it would be, if I got a kid on the street, I got so much stuff. I got it just to handle it. If I got a chance to get out of town, I was wishing could I just get some type of bond.
I know you were arrested in the city of Atlanta on a drug offense a little bit more than a month ago. So I have to think about public safety, Mr. Jarbo, and it doesn't seem like you care. So no, sir. No. Hey, you can plead all you want. I'm not going to change my mind. Okay, sir? All right. You're free to go back.
Mr. Jenley.
Sir, you've been charged with one count of public indecency or indecent exposure. This is a misdemeanor offense. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe that you can post this bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. If you don't have any questions for me, you're free to go back.
Louis, Loa, Tariq, Marquise. Sorry. So, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You've been charged with one count of battery. Bond is going to be set at $5,000, and one count of simple battery. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. Do you believe you can post this $9,000 bond?
Yes.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond, a stay away from a Caleb Owens. Do you understand that?
Sure.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Sure.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. If you don't have any questions of me, you're free to go back.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how I got convicted for self-defense.
I'm sorry, you're wondering how you got what?
Convicted for self-defense. Defending myself when he attacked me first.
Okay, so that's a justification defense that comes out at trial. The officer is at a probable cause standard, meaning if the officer believes that something has occurred, the officer can arrest a person. That's why we have these hearings quickly after the arrest, and we appoint lawyers. so that you can have that conversation as quickly as possible with your lawyer, and the lawyer can then start developing your defense. Okay? All right, sir. You're free to go back.
Matches.
Mr. Mathis, sir, you're charged with one count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond's going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back. Mr. Moore.
Matches.
Mr. Moore, sir, you're charged with one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of THC oil. I've set the bond at $3,000. That is a felony offense. One count of speeding, bond's going to be set at $500, and one count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, which is also a felony offense. So you're going to have a total bond set at $7,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Mr. Rogers.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Rogers. Sir, you're charged with one count of criminal damage to property in the second degree. This is a felony offense. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. Also, possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Bond is going to be set at $1,500 for a total bond of $5,500. Do you believe you can post this bond, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Marie Terry. Do you understand that?
I do not know who that is.
Okay. This is the person listed as the victim in this case.
Okay.
And the allegation is that she was driving the vehicle that they alleged that you damaged. The front windshield and driver's side window.
It's a man says that she was nowhere near the incident.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Those are the things that you need to have a discussion with about with your lawyer. Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you have any other questions for me, Mr. Rogers?
Yes, sir. I was out on a bond already. How is this going to affect that?
Was it in Clayton County?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once you're out on bond, a new arrest can impact or affect that bond. But generally, the prosecutor has to file a motion to revoke your bond. Because once you're granted bond, you have a liberty interest in staying out of jail. And if there's an allegation that you did something wrong, the state has to come in with evidence and proof. Okay? All right, sir. You're free to go back.
Mr. Sandifer.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sandifer. Sir, you're charged with 1 count of simple battery. Bond is going to be set at $4,000, and 1 count of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $3,000 for a total bond of $7,000. Hold on 1 second. Yes. For a total bond of $7,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a LaDasia Sandifer. I'm sorry.
LaDasia Sandifer, yes.
LaDasia, yes, Sandifer. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Question.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll let you ask the question. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 16th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. Do you want me to see, and that date will get waived upon your bonding out. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Are you currently working?
No, sir.
Okay, you do qualify.
No, I don't want, I already have a lawyer.
I'm sorry. So
I have a family lawyer.
Okay. No problem. Now I cut you off. What was going to be your question?
It was gonna be about my kids, but I done heard you tell everybody else to ask the lawyer. So.
Well, so you're married to Miss Sandifer, and the kids were born during the marriage.
Yes, sir.
Are you and her still married? Are you going through divorce or anything like that?
I'm still married right now, but as soon as I get out, I'm filing for a divorce. So.
Okay, so this is where this kind of stuff gets tough because there's not an easy answer. The best answer that I can give is to go through the court system to have a custody arrangement made, because there's a stay away provision as it relates to her. And if you try to contact her as it relates to the kids, that will be a problem.
Even if this was just a situation and we're really good friends and we can really work this out on our own, I still can't talk to her. I mean, because this was just a situation, an overheated situation, which we know it was coming and we should have divorced a long time ago, but we're still good friends. Like, we good friends. I know we good friends.
Okay, so who called the police?
Her mother.
Okay. You need to speak to your lawyer about the specifics, but I'll tell you, like I'll tell anybody, at this point, your best bet is to stay away from her. And as it relates to the kids, I don't know if there's a grandparent situation that can be arranged, but this is, I tell people actions have consequences.
Yeah.
And you got to live with it, no matter how unpleasant it may be.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're free to go back.
Mr. Whitley. Mr. Whitley. What's your name?
Favors.
Okay, she's not on my list. All right, that should be it, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good weekend.